Do you remember when games used to fit on a DVD? Not even a Blu-ray, just a regular old 4.7 gigabyte DVD. Call of Duty 2 was like 6 gigabytes. I would know. Mass Effect 2 was about 12. Now we're looking at installs that are hitting like 150 gigabytes before the day one patch even comes out. What happened? Let's rewind. Back in the PS2 and Xbox era, games had strict hardware limitations. Developers were forced to optimize like crazy. Textures were compressed, audio was limited, and you couldn't just bloat your way into realism. You had to be clever. Then high definition hit. The jump to PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 meant that textures needed to be bigger. Cutscenes became longer, audio went from mono to full surround sound, but even then, games mostly hovered in the 10 to 20 gigabyte storage range because physical media still ruled, and those discs had limits. Digital distribution became the king. Once Steam and PlayStation Network and Xbox Live took over, the size limits started to blur. No more worrying about how many discs a game would need. You could make your game as big as you wanted and patch it later. Enter the 50 gigabyte norm, and then 80, and then Call of Duty Warzone. Today, games like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Starfield, and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth casually push 100, 150 gigabytes. And it's not even just graphics, it's the high fidelity audio, it's the endless cinematics, the 4K textures for assets that most players won't even see or notice. But there's a reason that the devs let it happen, and the reason that the developers allow this to happen is time and money. Optimizing those files takes effort. Studios are already tight on deadlines and crunching for performance, gameplay, and visuals. Shrinking a 4K texture without losing quality is a job on its own. And honestly, publishers don't even really care if your solid state drive is screaming for its life. They care that the game looks amazing in trailers and runs well on launch day. That's all they care about. Let's not ignore storage costs. The average gamer today has fast internet and at least a terabyte of space, or so the developers would assume. So companies just build like everyone's got the same gear, which we definitely do not. Will it ever stop or slow down? Maybe. Streaming technology like cloud gaming could reduce the need for giant local installations, but until then, your hard drive is gonna stay full. So yes, games are getting bigger, and unless someone draws a line, they're not shrinking anytime soon. But you better start clearing your space, because there's a monster in 2026 known as Grand Theft Auto 6 that might take 600 gigabytes. I'm kidding. It'll be a little more than GTA 5 though, which is, yeah.